What's going on, everybody? Welcome to A Little Dicey. On this channel, we play some Dungeons and Dragons. I am your host, Salvatore Sabraca, this is our channel. Obviously, as you can tell right now, I believe we made this announcement a couple different times. But this episode is going to be pre-recorded. We cannot all make it together live on Wednesday, but a few of us will be in chat, watching along with you, commenting, earning channel points, and all that crazy stuff.
We'll all be digitally enhanced to make sure we look more beautiful.
Yes, I'll put a filter over this whole thing. We'll look so nice, it'll make your eyes bleed. No, that's obviously... Well, it's gonna happen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. This is being recorded on Sunday. Like I said, it's coming up on Wednesday. Yeah, we don't really have too much to say, or at least I don't really have too much to say other than that. So I will kick it off to my players for a little announcements before we begin. So Garrett, if you would like to jump in on that.
Right, so we're a Little Dicey D&D, and we got other socials besides just Twitch. If you want to keep up on the stuff that we're announcing, which is usually like changes in stream time, etc., that's all on Twitter, along with just us having fun. That's going to be true for all of them, so I'm not going to say it for all of them. Sometimes we just have fun.
Also, we have fun.
We have fun.
Anyways, we also have fun.
I've been told we are mandated to have fun.
It's in the contract.
I must have fun, or I will be terminated. Not my job. I will be terminated.
I will be terminated. Oh, God. So we're all having a great time.
We have our Instagram, which is usually like clips. Sometimes I'll post stuff about making these like little potions that I hear all the time. And then we have our YouTube, which is if you miss a stream and for some reason it's not on Twitch and you don't feel like going to the Super OK website, which you should, but whatever. It's also on YouTube if you want it. Also on YouTube, our good friend Matt has been timestamping the episodes. I don't want to say he's always going to do that because that seems really tedious.
He's signed up for it now.
But he has done it for the first one and I think the second one as well.
Blink twice if you need help.
Somebody.
So this is the first one.
I finished the first one. Second one,
We'll be soon.
I will get to.
Okay. And then we also have a Tumblr, which I have no idea what is on there.
Chaos.
That is
Just a lot of
purely
porn.
jealous.
Just a lot of porn on the Tumblr.
It's mostly
Who
porn.
knows?
Yeah.
There might be a bunch
They don't
of
allow
weird, like,
propaganda
stuff.
Yeah. Weird? No, not weird.
Nah.
Too funny.
They get kinky.
They do. Does that cover it? We got the TikTok, the
Oh, I didn't mention the TikTok at all.
Oh, I totally thought you did.
I'm sorry, no.
I passed out.
Blew
I
right past.
did. I blacked out for a second there. We also
got
have
so
a,
excited.
we also have a TikTok, which is very similar to our Instagram. There's just a bunch of like fun clips on there. A lot of that I do a lot of the Instagram clipping. Sal does the TikTok. So
I usually run the TikToks here and there, yeah.
yeah, so there might be some more interesting stuff in there than just clips.
Porn.
Yeah, you know, TikTok famously.
Seriously, there's so much porn
You
there.
know how like you say porn on a TikTok and your TikTok gets deleted?
Yeah.
So,
Doesn't happen to us, actually. Yeah.
We're the special
Yeah,
ones.
Love it. Well, thank you very much, Garrett. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Jenna, you got some things?
Yes, I do. So, again, this episode today is pre-recorded, so it doesn't count this time, but most of our episodes are live. So, during most of our episodes, the cool thing you can do is interact with the game and impact the course of events. You can exchange channel points, which we call gold pieces, for really cool things like inventing an NPC and forcing us to drop them into the world right there where we stand. Or gifting inspiration and guidance to your favorite players, or giving disadvantage to the DM, or forcing the DM to drink, which is really another way of giving disadvantage to the DM.
Just do the second one. Don't do the first one.
No, it's fun. I'm trying to think if there are others, but there's a lot.
Wild Surge.
Oh,
yeah.
yes!
The
Oh,
most
my
important
favorite
one,
one!
arguably.
My
Everyone's
favorite one
favorite, yeah.
is making our wonderful sorcerer Wild Surge. It's a lot of fun. But there's also going to be some new ones on their way in soon, so we've got lots of fun things planned. During live episodes, you can totally do that, which will be most of our episodes. You can also earn gold pieces by, during live episodes, interacting in the chat, and or even by interacting in our Discord, which brings me to Matthew.
To me. Yes, we have a Discord. We're trying to get it kind of up and running, getting new people engaged there is great. I, this week, learned about the 15-year-old pondering orb meme because I'm old.
It's like a year old.
In the
No.
no, I literally.
Well, the images, right?
This is a long tangent, but I saw it in the trailer of the movie Idiocracy, which came out in 2006.
What? No,
It's literally in the trailer. Not in the trailer, in the first scene of the movie Idiocracy from
It's
2006.
predicted.
What?
That's awesome. Matt went down a rabbit hole that he actually has not come out of. He's in a daze.
I've been pondering
He's still
my
pondering
orbs
the orbs.
all day. That's also on the Tumblr. Anyway,
The Tumblr's just born of Matt.
Pondering his board.
Oh, that's right, baby.
so
parents
join us
watch
in the
this
Discord
show.
if you're already if you're already
Makes us
in
feel
the
bad.
Discord. Invite other people that you think might like hanging out, might enjoy the show. Obviously, a lot of our direct messaging comes in the Discord as well, and hopefully it becomes a fun place to hang out. We also, post memes there. We post hopefully art stuff. If you want to doodle pictures of our characters, we have one entry in the fan art
It's so
submission
good.
already in the art page, and of course we have our official character portraits done by the incredible Eamon McCormick, who you can find on his Instagram. I believe he has some other sites as well, but Instagram is where He's on Fiverr.
He's on Fiverr. I think it's sometimes it might be easier to get his. He is on Fiverr. Instagram apparently is generally
the place to be.
the better place for him. You
That's
can
where
dig
I
in there and stuff
lurked
like
and fanboyed over Eamon for I don't know his entire life.
that. I've been watching.
I've
him.
been watching.
Yeah.
I've been pondering his orbs for a while now.
Leave Eamon's orbs alone.
Eamon's like, stop mentioning me.
Don't bring me
I
up
don't
in
want
your
this
stream
anymore.
anymore.
So come hang out in the Discord and invite your friends, and we'll see you there.
Yeah.
And shout out to our friends at Super OK. They're a really great gaming podcast. They've actually set up a charity stream for Kids Kicking Cancer that we're going to be participating in on Sunday, December 19th. From noon to 4. This will be on our channel.
It's going to be on our channel. They're also going to host us on their hosts each have like individual channels of their own. So like Dale and Clay and whatnot, they're all going to host us on their channels as well. But if you primarily know us, you can still find us here. It's going to be that Sunday, technically 2 weeks from the day that we're recording this. But this will go live on Wednesday. So like you said, Sunday, December 19th, 12 to 4.
And we're going to be doing a ninja-themed one-shot, so be sure to check that out. As always, shout out to our friend Erin. She has her Twitch stream is Little Bog Witch, friend of the show,
Yes.
and definitely check it out.
Thank you very much, Jamie. And then one real quick thing about the Super OK fundraiser. Last year, they raised some funds for cancer research as well, and they raised, I believe it was just over $3,000 on the weekend or so that they hosted this. Since then they've grown. We're going to be a part of it as well. I donated last year, so hopefully you might think about doing so as well. It's going to a great cause. The organization that they are partnered with is very excited about all of this, which is very cool. We are very excited as well. And hopefully the goal is to beat last year's amount that they raised. So please think about joining us on that date as well. We'll have some more updates as things come along. We might even get, I'm going to talk to Eamon about maybe illustrating some of our one-shot characters.
Oh,
for
shoot.
that as
That'd be
well. So
fun.
we'll be talking about that rather soon. So, yeah, I think that is it for announcements. I guess, do you guys have any questions? You want to jump right in?
Ooh, I do want to say one thing.
Yes.
Again, stop spending your gold coins in chat. We're not live. Don't do that.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
throwing
Oh.
gold coins at a brick wall.
Yes.
Oh.
Do not spend
Today.
any gold coins. If I'm in chat and you spend a DM drinks, I will probably still drink at my desk watching the show.
But we're not live
But
right
we're not
now.
live right now,
I know
which is
we've
fine.
mentioned it
We
a few
come to
times,
you
I just
from
feel like I gotta
past.
reiterate.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Garrett. Okay, cool. So then, Michaela, let's do it. Turn this up a little bit. Alrighty. So, when last we met, the four of you arrived at the new port town of Eodrin, a settlement only recently founded in the name of King Eodrin I of the Kingdom of Naledian, or as the world now knows it, the Great Naledian Crown. Each of you arriving by your own auspicious ways, but meeting one another inside the Hangman's Tavern, and forming a new bond that will usher forth a new, exciting future in due time. After hearing about recent attacks on the local farmsteads by some unknown bird-like creature, you all headed out to investigate per the request of Lady Governess Solfred Varvek, the woman in charge of this new settlement. You gained some insight from a well-to-do dragonborn woman named Lorelei, and she suggested that you head over to the Quinn farmstead to see if you could speak with the daughter of the family. Rumor has it she's seen the creature up close. Taking this bit of information, you ventured over to the Quinn farmstead only to witness an attack on the family by a group of marauding gnolls looking to pillage nearby innocent folk. You fought them off, slaying a few in the process, and saved the Quinns from whatever dark fate the gnolls had in store for them.
Forgetting utterly to raid the bodies.
Yes, of course, of course. Leaving the vast amounts of wealth that I prepared for you. Thousands of gold. Of course not. Maylord Quinn, the father of the family, thanked you and told you best he... What the fuck did I write that? That's right. Maylord Quinn, the father of the family, thanked you and told you best he could about what he and his daughter saw. A terrible creature of part bird, bat, and great feline nature. He offered the assistance of his employee, Hedrock, an island-dwelling dwarf who was eager to be of assistance.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
For inventing him.
Yes. After doing a bit of scouting, you all found the location of the Nanabush's nest. Upon discovery of the nest, however, you also discovered her 3 hatchlings enjoying a midnight snack. Instead of heading to the nest, you decided to lure the Nanabush to yourselves, setting up an illusion of a sheep. You all hid as Kaz uttered a thaumaturgic sheep's call, enticing the Nanabush to hunt. A great battle began on the Quinn farm that night, and with teamwork and foresight, you all successfully slayed the great terror of the island of Moor. You decided to head to the nesting place of the great creature to decide what to do with the hatchlings. After interacting with them for a few minutes, and peering into their possible future, seeing that they are simple younglings with nothing but the future ahead of them, you let them set off on a great adventure of their own, just as you have recently set off yourselves. As the moon drapes its light over you all, you begin to head back to town in the middle of this now silent night. It doesn't take long before you arrive back into Aedra proper. In the middle of the night, this town is still fast asleep. It is something around 2 or so in the morning. You can always find a room at Hangman's or go about some other business that you have. But the night and eventually the morning is yours. What would you like to do?
I'd like to put the ring on that I found. Just as we're walking, I kind of put it on. I'm kind of just like marveling at
You
it.
do so? You marvel at it a little bit?
Is it a simple silver band?
It is a simple silver band, yes. There's nothing inlaid upon it. You probably, I mean, actually, you don't have any semblance of what things cost, I guess, but it looks shiny and it's rather nice.
I like shiny.
Yeah.
I just look at it kind of like glinting in the moonlight.
We have room at the Hangman's, right?
Mhm.
'Cause I
Did
thought
we get them?
Yeah, they
Yep.
set that up for us.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
Well, I think I'm gonna take a quick detour before I head back to the Hangman's.
Where are you headed?
Just walking the beach for a little bit. We've already had some sleep, you know, not too tired yet. Trying to get tired.
I'm not tired either. Would you like company?
If you'd like, sure.
I'd love to come.
I think I shall return to the inn for a quick nightcap.
Great choice.
Sounds about right.
Cool.
Well, I might head to the beach. See if I can find any more shiny stones.
Sure. That sounds lovely. Midnight walk.
Alright, so I'm going to head towards the beach, towards where I woke up,
Alright.
and just see if I can find anything or anyone of interest there.
Okay.
You know, someone that I might specifically know.
Sure.
Huh?
You make your way toward the beach from whence you arrived. And upon this moonlit night, the rocky sort of not too comfortable shores of the island of Moor carry a sort of sheen of this salt water that washes to and fro upon these scattered bits of pebbles and whatever else that the cerulean ocean brings upon the shores of this island. They glint in the light of the moon. And even here it is serene. You hear the ebb and flow of the great water that undulates from the sea, wash up upon the shore and be pulled back by the tide. And where only recently a great tumult and fear had come upon you here on this shoreline, now it is entirely different. The displacement of the sand and the stones that you had left has now been replaced by the gifts of the ocean from the tide. And everything looks as if nothing had happened here at all. As if whatever malfunctions upon the sea that you had endured are simply washed away. And it is serene here. You look about for any semblance of this past event. Go ahead and make a perception check.
14.
14. You walk the shores for a little bit, hearing the shifting of the stones and the sand under your feet. And you don't find too much of anything. You don't see anyone out this late at night or early in the morning. But you do come upon a rather large piece of driftwood that sort of is lodged on the side, maybe a few hundred feet away from where you remember washing up. You can stand on it. It's probably about 5 feet long, maybe only 2 feet wide, a little longer, sort of jagged edge on the side, a little longer than a 2x4. Just water soaked and logged. Seems to be one of the only remnants of a ship that you once knew, as far as you can tell.
I go over to it and just kind of like snap off a bit at the end, just pocket it.
You break it off with the heel of your foot, bending it into the ground, and it actually creates a rather loud cracking sound as it slams back into the stones. It echoes for a moment until it disappears into the silence of this night. And you pocket this piece of broken driftwood into your pouch that you have on the side of your hip. And once again, a sereneness sets itself over the shore.
As we're walking along the beach, is it like close to the street, or is it,
It's a little ways away. The road itself does not necessarily turn towards the shore. At some point, you do see, as you sort of look back towards town, if you're looking directly at town from this direction, you'd be looking almost exactly west. You do see to the northeast, you would have passed it as you were walking down the shore, but if you're looking at town here to the west, you do see from to the northeast, there's a small plot of land where a cemetery is dedicated for this specific settlement. The road leads from there going east further along towards the other parts of the island, but there's a road that turns towards the cemetery, but does not continue to the actual shores itself. So the road is 200 feet or so north that you have to sort of climb up an embankment that turns into grass and then to the road proper.
I think just as we're walking, Cassandra would have been sort of walking like, 2 inches into the water, just in the little part of it, and probably would have splashed you with water at some point. Just
Yeah, as soon as you splash me, I drop trout and go for a swim.
Kill
Like,
you.
not subtly. I'm like,
Oh yeah, sure. Kill you. Jump and stride, leaping into the water with actually a pretty, almost an Olympic diver's level of a dive that just sort of boom right into the water. Doesn't leave too much of a wake. very clearly has done this before, maybe many a times. And you wade in this much colder water than you are used to. The water of the Maritimes is tepid and warm, refreshing, and even at sometimes almost not to the level of boiling, but hot enough to break a sweat in. This is chilled water. It sends shivers down your spine beneath your shell, and it is refreshing, and whatever semblance of sleepiness or tiredness that you might have had from this past night's endeavors immediately shocks you awake, and you feel a surge of oxygen as you come up for breath, as you fill your lungs to satiate the blood that pulses underneath your skin. It is exhilarating.
Adrenaline kicks. I go into second gear.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You swim about. The three of you enjoy this moment of calm after this tumultuous storm and these past few encounters that have been not necessarily perilous, but intense and wearing on your psyche and your body. But this is a nice bit of calm and rest now that you can procure alone in this nice bit of morning on this new chilly day. Indigo, you are on your way to the Hangman's. Yes?
Yes.
You enter into the town proper as you hear the playfulness of your companions head off to the shores not too long after, until you arrive just at the doorstep. In the distance, you swear you hear some sort of a cracking sound. Everything, I'm sure, is fine. You walk up to the door of the Hangman's and you walk right in. The doors, the saloon-like doors, swing open for you. There doesn't seem to be anyone in the drinking hall proper here. Everyone seems to have gone to sleep. But you do see sort of snoring just across the bar, enjoying the calm of a midnight shift. You see what seems to be a young human man, sort of tousled strawberry hair over to one side. He's got his head like in his arm. You can actually at this point see like a little bit of spittle sort of developing on the corner of his mouth as he's just snoring. He seems to wear just a usual apron and whatnot, probably whoever the late night barkeep shift of this is. You don't recognize this person. You didn't see him when you first arrived or anything. But he seems to be the only one about.
Okay. Is there a barkeep here as well, or?
Well, he seems to be behind the bar.
Oh, he's behind the bar.
Yes.
Gotcha. I'll walk up to the bar and say,
Sure.
"Good evening, good sir. How are you?"
And you see the young man just sort of jolt awake and sort of wide-eyed look at you and like blinking a little bit. He just sort of is slightly taken aback by this visage of you. You are a sight to behold. He just sort of, sorry, fuck, are you a dream? He flicks himself in the head. Sorry, my apologies.
I have been called a dream every now and then. Thank you very much. But no, my name is Indigo. I'm a guest of the fine establishment here.
Oh, wonderful. Sorry, my name is Elric. I run the bar this time of night. I usually don't get many customers, so
Yeah,
it's
it
a
seems
pleasure.
rather more quiet here than I expected.
Yes, well, with the settlement and everything, everyone's working hard during the day. There's not much time to enjoy the night, so at this time, we like to stay open just in case, with the travelers and whatnot. Some people, before they get settled, come in, I guess, such as yourselves. But what can I do you for?
I just wanted a bit of a nightcap before I settle in for the night. Do you perhaps have some wine available?
Sure. Yes. No problem. I'll be right back with
Yes,
that.
just fill up my glass if you don't mind.
All right. He turns around.
I
for a
come
bit.
prepared.
And he turns around and grabs just one of the previously corked bottles that seems to be about half full. And he goes, "Do you mind? Do you want me to open up a fresh bottle, or is this all right?"
That's quite all right. Yes.
He uncorks it and he pours it for you. This is the house wine. We actually just started up an orchard in a winery not too far away. We cleared away a bit of land in the northeast. So this is sort of the first batch. I hope you enjoy it. It's rather good.
Yes. Yes. That is why.
He chuckles at that. He says, I'm sorry, I can't say that I've seen you around.
Yes, I'm a bit new to this area. I actually live amongst the moorfolk most of the time.
Oh, you are a native of this island then?
Sure. Well, to be honest, it's all very mysterious. I don't remember a lot of my life. I woke up here one day and I don't really know where I have guesses of where I come from, but I wouldn't really call myself a native necessarily, but it is where I live.
Interesting. You said your name was Indigo.
Yes.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Indigo. I hope that you find a place to permanently sort of rest your feet. Then you said you were staying with us. You procured a room with Hanger, yes?
Yes, yes, that's correct. We're doing some work for the person in charge here, and yes.
You said we. You have more in your party then?
Yes, I have a few traveling companions that I've met recently, and yes.
Should I be expecting them tonight as well?
Yes, they'll be along shortly. I think and they went for a walk along the beach.
All right. Well, very nice. Well then, I will leave you be. I'm going to get some sweeping done around here. Thank you for waking me up. I probably would have caused some shit if you didn't actually come in. So, if you need anything, call on me. I'll be down here. And if you'd like, I can have some drinks ready for your friends when they arrive.
Oh yes, I think they would appreciate that very much.
All right. He actually sets that bottle of wine down next to you, and he puts. How many can we be expecting?
3 more.
He puts 3 glasses next to you, and he goes about sweeping the room. The rest of you, how long do you stay at the shores of Moor?
Well, I was gonna have a little conversation, actually,
Ah,
because I was gonna talk to Kiss.
Sure, go for it.
Kiss and Kill, presumably.
I
Kill is
swim for
splish
like
splash in
a
a way.
good,
Yeah.
like a good 20 minutes.
okay.
And I sat down to build a little sandcastle.
Yeah, I'm getting,
Is there sand? I thought it was all
It's
crap.
beach.
There's it's more of like a
rocky shore.
rocky sort of
Then
shore.
can I build a little Zen tower?
You
out
certainly
of
can.
rocks?
There is sand. There's not necessarily enough to be like, I'm gonna build a. You can do whatever you like. But yes, you can use some of the stones.
Rock tower.
Yes.
As she's doing that, I'll just take a seat on some of the crag next to her. Kiss, I've been meaning to ask you, when you were talking to Maylard, whatever the fuck his name was, you talked about being sponsored out here. What brought you out here?
Oh, same thing as anyone. Adventuring, money, excitement. No? Is that not why you're here?
Yeah, it's basically why I'm here. Alright, I just thought maybe there was something that brought you out here. Like, you mentioned family. Do they not miss you?
Oh, I imagine they do very much. I miss them very much. I'm incredibly homesick. This is the longest I've ever been away from my sisters by a long shot. Like, more than an hour is longer than I've ever been away from my sisters. So it's been like a month now, and I'm a little going crazy. But I'm going to write to them as soon as we get back to the Hangman's.
Right. Okay. So you, this is brand new to you. You've never been away from them for more than an hour.
Really, no.
How old are you?
20? We're very close.
Right, okay, yeah. Well, it's, you know what, I obviously don't know much about halflings. Maybe you guys are just a lot closer than, it's not to get racial, fuck.
No, you're right. It's sort of a halfling thing. But I do think my sisters and I are probably closer than most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to bring them adventuring?
Oh, no, they've got their own lives sort of established now. I'm the little one. It's time for me to go and figure some things out.
Watermelon.
I will kill you.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Sorry, buddy. I'll come back to you. It always does.
I thought Michaela was this.
You'll stay in there forever now.
Well, anyway,
Might as well.
as he's splashing around. Kill, what about you? I've met a few turtles in my life, but seem-
stroking now.
You seem a little different.
Dick
Seem
in
like-
the air.
Yes.
Roll for intimidation.
Stop.
7. It's cold.
Just at a half mast.
What was that you say?
What?
Well, I've met a few turtles in my day. You just seem a little different. You said you just learned about money today, and you came here for adventure too. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's right. I guess as far as I know, well, I mean, there's lots of turtles, I'm sure, but like, where I'm from, that's kind of where I'm from, we got our trading posts and that, but to be honest, well, I mean, I spent most of my
Have you not thought out your backstory?
how many years?
Oh, he's thought about it.
How many years was it? I mean, I mean, I basically only met one, maybe another handful occasionally. People come to my island, but mostly I've been by myself.
Really? Your whole life?
Backstroke over, and then I just floated. Well, yeah. I mean, I was born, and my parents kind of taught me how to take care of myself and survive. And then they died, and then I do kind of what I think most turtles do, is just kind of perfect my skills, make sure that I can be self-sufficient and kind of do some growing up, and then I felt I felt the tingle, and I hitched a ride here, and so I had like one buddy, Lenny, who was kind of stationed more or less on my island. He kind of was like, well, I would call him kind of maybe a liaison or something to the outside world, but I think mostly he just liked hanging out. He's a pretty chill guy, and
Is he a turtle too?
no, he's a human.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a human, and but I think he was kind of turtle in spirit. We just like to kind of. Well, I mean, he did more of the eating, I did more of the bringing, but basically, I'd bring mushrooms, and then he'd eat the mushrooms, and then we'd just stare at the sky for hours, and he'd tell me some stories and that. But
Did he have a way off the island?
well, I think I guess I don't really know, actually. I mean, I didn't like stay with him all the time. I kind of would come and go to the trading posts and whatnot, and there were other turtles there, and just kind of the way we sort of welcome visitors and travelers. There's a lot of turtles out there just kind of making their way around.
Do you miss him? Lenny?
Lenny? Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say I miss him. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's, able to expand his mind without me, but I'm sure he's doing just fine,
I see.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I spent most of my life so far kind of by myself, which suits me just fine. But I also like being around people so far,
I'm glad you like it so far.
Yeah.
We like being around you too. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks. Did I answer the question? I don't exactly remember it. I was really like getting that pump, that moment where
You did, more or less.
All right.
That man
Yeah.
was stranded on that island, right?
Oh,
That's what-
don't tell him that. You can't say that.
Maybe I'm wrong.
If we started walking back towards town, I would just sort of quietly, maybe as we walk back towards town, under my breath, talk to Kaz and say, "Don't think you can fool me, Sir Castellani. I know you've got some mysterious story of your own."
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
What is it then?
I'm not sure yet, but you've got something about you, don't you?
I like to think I've got a certain air of je ne sais quoi.
You don't have to tell us why you're here, but I know you've got something special.
Do you want to know why I'm here?
I do.
So, I ended up here the other day from the ocean, just like Kill did. Stage whisper. Just like Kill did.
Yeah.
I ended up here From the ocean.
Did you come from the same boat?
No. I don't think Kill took a boat.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense.
Right. I'm pretty sure there's only the one port, to be honest. And that the one you came in on,
Right.
the sponsorship.
But you weren't on my ship.
The sponsorship.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I came from the ocean.
Would you like to be a little less mysterious, or do you like being enigmatic like
No, I'm
this?
having a really good time, actually. Anyway, I think it's time to get back to the hangman.
Whatever you say.
You guys, at this point, make it back to Aodra proper, and you head to the streets. Again, they're silent. It's dark here, really only the light of the sky above you. And you make your way back to Hangman's. The saloon doors swing open for you as you walk through, pushing them aside. And you can see that there is Indigo sitting at the bar, just sort of relaxing, reclined a little bit against it, holding his full glass of wine with a bottle next to it and 3 other glasses. And there's a young man, tousled strawberry hair with an apron on, just sort of sweeping the floors and whatnot. And Indigo, you see your companions arriving. Kill, dripping wet.
Still naked.
Yeah, you put your trousers back on, but he's soaking wet.
Welcome, friends. I see you're wet today.
I do that like dog shake where it starts from my like head and goes all the way down through my tail, you
Yes.
know.
The young man turns to you all and says, "Oh, hello, you must all be Indigo's companions.
Yes.
My name is Elric. I run the bar at night. It's nice to have some patrons. We usually don't this early in the morning, I guess. Please, procured a bottle of wine for you. Sit and drink as long as you'd like. I hear that you've got rooms prepared for you. I took a look and it seems that it's true. So, wonderful. It's all taken care of. Your rooms are all upstairs. The last 4, 2 on the right, 2 on the left.
Beautiful. Elric, I noticed
How did you know his name?
he just said it.
Did he?
I did just say
Oh my god, I totally missed it. I'm so sorry.
What is your name?
It's Sir Castellani. Kaz, if you're feeling sassy.
All right. And yours?
Cassander.
And yours?
Cats, if you're feeling
I'm trying to just do words that start with S.
if you're feeling senile.
And I'm Indigo. Pleasure to meet you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Indigo, we've met.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
My name is Kaz, if you're feeling senile. My name's Keel. Hey, do you know if my man Jeffrey got something to eat?
I'm sorry?
Oh, it's a small goat. Have you seen a little goat?
Oh, the...
Oh. Yes. No, he's up in his room, isn't he?
Make a, who's calling?
I don't know.
Say what up?
Unprofessional.
Hello, God.
Hello, God.
It's Jeffrey. I don't know.
Cassandra.
It's my love.
It's my love.
That's a Shrek the Musical reference for you. You're welcome.
What were we? The goat. He's upstairs in his room, right?
Make a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make an insight check of what's going on here?
No.
In a second.
26.
26.
Luck to you.
He looks at you and says, yes, the goat is in... He doesn't laugh, that was me. The goat is upstairs.
Yes.
You may make an insight
Well,
check
now-
against Elric.
Well, now that doesn't make much sense because I was 17. I remember.
This guy's lying.
I remember them saying that they were going to put him in the stable because remember he was going to take
Oh,
shit in the bed.
That's right.
And
right.
I don't know
of
if they heard
course.
that. I heard that he was gonna shit.
You're right.
Well,
they put him in the stable, didn't they?
Yeah.
We're going up there at some point.
Right in the stable.
The stable is where he is, probably resting, and we shouldn't interrupt him.
He's definitely around the stable.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Thank you for that information.
Yeah.
well, I'll just go make
Why didn't we
I'll
disturb
just-
him in the morning? It's nighttime. He's probably resting. Don't you think?
Can I make? How often do I think goats need to eat? Sal?
Oh, that's a great question. You would probably hazard a guess that they probably eat as often as any other,
One
domesticated
good
animal.
berry a day.
What? As everybody else. As any
Can I
other
give-
domesticated animal.
I'm trying to remember if I gave Jeffrey a good berry.
You definitely gave
That sounds
Jeffrey
like
a good
something you
berry.
did.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right.
He's satiated.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sharp, but sometimes my memory ain't so great. So yeah, I think I did give him a good grade. He'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll visit him tomorrow.
You know, I love that little guy. I really just want all his hopes and dreams to come true. You know, that boy, he wants to shit in a real bed someday, and I really hope it happens for him.
Oh, if only we could all experience such
I
pleasure.
know, you know, I just hope he lives
I've
a
done that
long.
before.
If I have enough wine, I might do the same.
Please don't shit in any of the beds here.
We're not going to.
Well, yeah,
We're
that's
having
why
enough
we
wine
sent
in this
him to the
place.
stable, because he wasn't quite ready. But
He
you know,
was.
someday I think he'll do some growing up.
Mhm.
I think we'll be able to trust him to sleep in a real bed.
He'll get there.
Wait, did we want him to shit in it, or did we want him to sleep in a bed?
Out of plain curiosity, Eric, there doesn't happen to be like a very nearby farm around here, is there?
The closest farmsteads, the closest one I believe is Lady Lorelei. She's not too far away. And then there's a few other sets of farmsteads after that. But yeah,
No, that's good. That's good.
You know what I like about being here in civilization is, like, back home, I couldn't trust anybody. But here, when somebody tells me that they're going to take care of a friend of mine, suit him up real, you know, put him in a good situation, protect him from the elements, I know that I can trust what they say.
make Cassandra make an intimidation check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Wait, what?
Oh no, that's a natural one!
And he just
Alaric.
they killed the goat. They made it into a stew. And he just sort of. he just.
Oh, Eric.
I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'm sorry. They brought the goat. They made it into.
As he's explaining this, I'm getting, like, closer to him, and I'm, like, gripping the spear.
Yeah. They made it into a stew. I didn't have anything to do with it. I got here and they said it was on special for tomorrow, and it's just thrown into the special for breakfast.
Where's the stew?
In the kitchen.
You and me, we're gonna eat that whole damn stew right now. Out of respect.
Make an intimidation check.
I'm strength for this, I assume?
Oh, certainly.
I'm in his face.
Yeah.
15.
15. And he just sort of.
Oh, wait. Yeah, 15.
You see his knees knocking a little bit, and he just sort of looks up at you. I'm not hungry.
Alaric, I think you're quite hungry right now, mate.
Make an
think perhaps
additional
you'd
intimidation
better.
check with advantage.
With advantage, yeah!
Since you both are doing this.
I rolled 2 19s, which is 26.
26. And he just sort of. I could go for some stew, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dish it up, my friend.
Okay. And he goes back and he says, the whole thing?
We'll help. All of us.
Okay.
It'll be nice. It won't be a bad thing.
Alright. And he goes back. It takes him like a solid like 5 minutes to like get everything ready to eat it all. Because this was supposed to be the serving for the day for the next day.
Patronage.
And he sort of sets it out, and it's like he puts out bowls for everyone, and he like he just does, he puts them in the bowls and everything. He goes, okay. He grabs his spoon.
Would you like to say a few words for Jeffrey?
Oh, okay. And he puts the spoon back.
No, you go right
can
ahead.
start.
You're gonna need a head
He just
start.
he begins eating.
I wonder if this will be cannibalism for me.
Oh no! I hadn't thought of that.
Well, I'm a little upset right now. I know you made a mistake, Elric,
Elric just sort of I didn't do anything.
being party to this.
I didn't do a single thing. His hands are like shaking still.
And, you know, I'm going to try to not get too upset about it, but I don't like being lied to, and I feel like I was lied to. So,
Kill.
here's what I'll say. Don't interrupt me now.
Oh.
You know, eventually, we all return to the planet. And just like right now, we're at kind of the top of the food chain. Especially me. But one day I'm gonna be feeding the little critters on the ground. And Jeffrey, you know, that little guy, never got to shit on no bed, but he will live on in my belly and in all y'all bellies. Now eat up.
To Jeffrey!
To Jeffrey!
To Jeffrey.
To Jeffrey. And you see Elric just sort of grab the bowl and just as hard as he can.
Alaric,
Yeah.
what are you gonna say if someone asks what happens to the stew today? Lincoln stole it.
Make a persuasion check.
16.
16. Lincoln?
Lincoln.
The halfling who brought the goat in.
He was a halfling?
Yes. Did none of you see with your eyes? We've met quite a few halflings today.
I know he had a mustache.
Lincoln. He brought the goat in?
Yes.
Yes.
It was Lincoln's
the
goat.
mine owner.
I don't remember.
Are you
bringing
sure?
a goat in?
Are you sure you
Not
don't
this
remember
one,
that?
at least.
Lincoln Burrows.
Wait.
What if this isn't Jeffrey?
Holy shit.
Should we? What if this isn't Jeffrey?
Might we check the stables, you think?
What? We should check the stable.
Well-
I'm so sorry. This might be a huge. We'll find out in a second.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll be back.
Anyway, Lincoln stole the stew either way.
Okay.
Elric, are you playing with my emotions, son?
I don't know what's going on. Am I have to eat this soup?
You sit right there and don't move.
Okay.
We're going to go to the stables.
But keep eating it.
Do I
But don't move.
I don't know how to do that.
We go to the stables.
I'm gonna stay with Elric, but I'm terribly sorry. They get rather emotional.
I don't understand your friends.
I grabbed the bottle of wine.
They have a lot of feelings
finished
about
my soup.
goats. I don't know. It's very.
And I leave the empty bowl on the table.
You guys head around to the stables.
Can I crack the door open?
You see that there are a couple of horses that seem to be in the process of sleeping. Jeffrey got big. And tied over on the side in the corner of the stables, there is a sleeping goat, just sort of.
Did he not?
Is it Jeffrey?
Make a investigation check.
All goats look the same to you?
That's good enough for me.
I don't know. 16?
You get a little closer. And it is very dark in here. There's no light or anything like that. But you look down, get as close as you can. Make a stealth check to see if you can avoid waking it up.
That's not bad. 19.
19. You lean in close and you look. Looks like Jeffrey.
Kill! I have wonderful news.
And the goat he like wakes up as you explain that, and the horses and then they all just sort of and then like there is now a cacophonous sound of farm animals in the middle of the night.
Good morning, everyone.
I
Not
get
quite.
low, and I'm like looking into the goat's eyes.
Make an insight check on the goat.
9.
The goat looks back at you.
Yep, that's him.
Oh my
I
god.
recognize that anywhere.
How wonderful. He isn't dead after all. We overreacted.
Wait a minute. I did not overreact.
Well, I don't feel like I did either.
I was presented information.
Welcome back, everyone. There's probably going to be a jarring cut in the middle of all this, mostly because we had some minor technical difficulties. But we're just going to insert a break there for you that we usually do. So welcome back. Thank you very much. And we will, I guess, jump right back into it. So I believe at this point, you've all just discovered Jeffrey in the stables.
Somebody rolling digital dice or something? I keep hearing weird. Sorry.
No, I hear
Not
it.
me, not me.
Oh, no, it's
It's
literally
you.
me.
Oh,
I don't know how that
actually,
happened.
nice.
You're rolling
Nice.
dice in your pocket.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, good.
Is that a D20 in your pocket?
Gotta get
or-
my feet.
Yeah, that's right. Indigo, you are still inside Hangman's Tavern, and the rest of you are outside, making your way back inside. You walk through the saloon doors, and you see Elric is still in the process of eating a second bowl.
Eating
like,
his
at this
mock
point,
Jeffrey
like, sort of-
soup.
Yes. He's just sort of like slowing down at this point. But he's going for it.
Eric, darling, great news. That's not Jeffrey.
Oh,
Okay.
You don't have to eat it anymore.
But you probably
who is
should.
it then?
Oh, just some other goat.
Oh, does that make a meaningful difference?
Wow.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't that worried about the life of one of any particular creature, but more like that there was a covenant made between Hangman and me, and I felt like this broke that covenant. But turns out that didn't happen. So Elric, it's your lucky day. I don't know why I said it like that, lucky day. It's your lucky day because you can stop eating that shit now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Eric. Are you
Who's
alright?
gonna pay for these bowls of soup?
well,
Lincoln will still. That he still stole them. That's still what we're
Make a
saying.
deception check.
Deception.
Deception.
Or persuasion.
Deception. Lincoln will pay them. He still stole the thing.
No, I'm
But he knows we're not telling the truth.
yeah, because he knows it wasn't stolen. I thought I was like intimidating or
Lincoln
persuading
will
him.
tell him.
Because remember,
Oh,
I told
okay.
him, I was like, remember what happens with if someone asks about it, what happened to it?
We're scaring
Lincoln
him.
stole it.
All right. I will allow an intimidation check with disadvantage.
Aw.
Okay.
You're probably better at deception.
No, I'm not. So that is a 16.
16, and you just sort of.
We can. I think we should pay for the stew.
Well, you can, if you like.
How much is the stew?
25 copper each.
Oh, we've probably got that. Right.
Is that 1 gold total?
No. That would be
It's
like,
like a
1
silver.
silver.
1 silver. I'll cover the stew. I'll put a silver.
well, hey, look at that.
Thanks, Indigo.
Simple solution. You know,
Is it 10 silver to a gold?
10 silver to a gold, 100 copper to a silver.
Whoa.
Could,
It's a quarter
you
of
put-
silver.
Yeah.
could you put the wine on Lincoln's tab for me then?
I don't really trust to do anything that you're telling me to do right now, to be honest with you.
What if I said please real nice?
Then that would have been a great utterance.
Please.
Maybe 10 minutes ago.
Alright,
Alaric, I'm so sorry. Are you alright?
I'm a little full, mostly shaken up.
No, that's totally fair. We didn't mean to scare you.
Yeah, it's understandable. Why
This
don't you all
is-
just
it
head
was
off to
on
your room,
purpose.
say?
Yes, this has been a terrible misunderstanding. I'm so sorry.
We're very protective of that goat.
That's fine. I'm gonna close up down here, actually, so.
I did have one more question for you.
Yes.
So there's a cemetery just over the hill. Do you know if it's like open to visitors? Ever?
Trying to visit a cemetery.
I mean, it's an open, it's public space, so.
What? I didn't know if you had to sort of, make an appointment. I don't know how it works.
That's
over
very
here.
weird.
Well, I don't know. I've never been here before.
we all have our
Haven't you been
appointments.
to
you know.
any sort of a cemetery?
Are the
Not
graves all
really.
booked up?
I don't know. We don't do it this way at home.
Alright. Good night, everyone.
Wait, how do they do it at home?
Differently.
You can have this conversation in your
Have
room.
a good night, Ellen.
Good night, Alaric.
Yes.
Good night, Adam.
Sorry for disturbing you.
And he just goes about it.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
And he ignores you.
We were like the heroes last session,
I-
and now we're the villains.
I will also leave a silver for the wine.
Got it. Good to know.
I
So two
really feel like this was his fault.
I think we might not have rushed so hard into
I
scaring him.
think I specifically we were talking about the goat in the stables
All right.
and his eyes. I saw. I looked into the man's eyes. And when you look into a man's eyes, you
Only
you-
man's
you
eyes.
see truth.
What
No,
about
I mean like a creature's eyes.
Man is short for human. Right.
When you look into a creature's eyes, you know.
Your accent's getting much stronger.
His eyes. I'm real tired. When I get real tired, I get.
I'm so drunk.
Yeah.
What do you see when you look into
It has
mine?
been a very long day. We killed a beast and so okay. let's go to bed, everyone.
Are we about to make another mess for Elric?
Another what?
Another mess.
It's a little sexual tension, Joe.
Oh, I see.
Who's gonna blink first?
My money's on Kiss. Blinking first.
God says that Kill will blink first.
You fucking bitch.
God, you bastard.
That's not fair.
You've always done this to me.
Fuck!
Yeah, you're right. Nice. Well done. God is proud.
I have inspiration now.
Well, it was a good fight you put up.
I'll do better next time.
I saw your weakness. I'll tell you about it later.
All right.
Yeah.
Stew on it.
I'm gonna go to bed. This has gotten weird.
Good night, everyone.
You guys all head up to your
Good night.
respective rooms.
I walk outside.
Kill goes outside.
I just like lean up against the stables and I kind of into my shell.
You do so, and you thump against the wood of the
Yep.
stables.
And then I like peek out, look at the moon one more time, and I'm like,
It doth shine upon you.
Yeah.
What do the rooms look like?
They're relatively very simple. A bed,
Pretty Spartan.
probably like a full. Each of them are about a full size. There's a small little footlocker at the edge of the bed. There's a very small table with a wooden chair, just sort of pressed up next to it. No wardrobe or anything like that. There's a small, like, sort of woven tapestry at the entryway to the door that you can sort of like wipe your boots off on, put them to the side. There's only one of them has a window outside, which I believe is it's Kill's room, but he's not using it. So, but yeah, other than that, I mean, there's like each one of them has like a small little like framed like art piece that is just sort of like precariously put on the desk, like in like what should be like a portrait frame, but it's just like a small little drawing. You look at yours, and it's just like a little illustration of the Southwood Forest, and like some lumberers like moving like towards your point of view with some lumber on their shoulders and whatnot.
Well, this is the biggest bed Cassandra has ever slept in, so she's gonna starfish out over the whole thing.
Very good.
Enjoying all that.
Hey, can I actually? I don't know exactly how you're working this mechanically, but like I'd basically like to just kind of admire the ring in the moon, kind of a thing, and basically like attuning to it, right?
Sure.
But yeah.
Okay. You attempt to attune to this ring, and you focus on it, and you hold it near to you. And something about it, you are unable to ascertain or connect with and enjoy the bounties of what this magical ring can do.
Interesting.
The attunement fails.
Okay. That's fine.
You're not there.
Is it for me?
So, I say it louder.
It rocks the hotel.
It's a shiny ring.
Each of you begin to fall asleep one by one. Cassandra, I'd like you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh. Oh my.
That's good.
Oh, I did well. 22.
22. You sleep peacefully on this night. You dream, but it's not anything that you remember. It's pleasant, calming, relaxing. Even though you've just recently sort of gotten a very solid amount of rest before your adventures, the past few incursions have been tedious on your mind and body, so this is welcomed full slumber. And you wake at the crack of dawn, not too much longer, feeling refreshed. You just sort of stretch and instinctively look around as each morning you do, and you can see a handful of things around you. You see a small sort of whittled wooden rat that is off to the left in your room, just on the ground. It has a base on it, and then like the rat is sort of in like a reaching pose, like it's reaching up for something with its nose. There is a scurrying around white mouse that's just sort of